supervisor casually told me, "Oh Ika, just tell us if you have any ideas and we're really open." I don't have anything. Am I gonna survive this? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ika here. It's my first vlog of the year and I am back with a multimedia related topic. Recently I've been receiving a lot of messages about the course, how is it being in school, and how is it being at work. So I said, why not let's make this my first topic for the new year. I also chose this topic because 2020 was a different year for me compared to the other years. I graduated 2019 and 2020 was a whole year of work life. And what I'm going to talk about today is about life after graduation. How different is student life from the working life? And how is adulting? I've been working for more than a year now and I had a glimpse of the advertising world as an intern and the corporate world as an employee. I also had a chance to see the freelance world and the project-based type of work, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. As the course says it all, we deal with a lot of art disciplines, digital, traditional, whatever it is. But there will always be that one specific thing or type of discipline that we are into. Let's say for me, we tackled web design and coding when I was in college, but it's something that I'm not attracted to. I was more comfortable with photography, editing, and video production. That's what I enjoy. At that time, I wasn't good in graphic design, but I wanted to learn more on illustrations, animations, graphics, and layouting. We had writing and marketing classes, brainstorming, and thinking of advertising, but I'm not so confident in it, although it's something that I find fun doing. So with all that, let me talk about my OJT, my on-the-job training. I was an intern in an advertising agency and I was part of the production team. I had to go on video shoots, photo shoots, editing, in and out of the company. I was able to shoot products from different brands I see on TV, on social media, on billboards, and to see them now on social media, the photos I took, I felt really happy and this is the real deal. But I was pressured and really scared on my first day of shoot. Photo shoot classes in Benilde were really fast-paced and we took them way back when I was in freshman year. And now that I'm in my senior year in my OJT class, I definitely forgot them. One tip for all the interns and fresh graduates out there, don't be scared to ask. That's why you are there on the training. So when I told one of the team leaders that I forgot or I'm not so comfortable with how to set up the lights, he just stopped me. He wasn't hesitant to help me out. So after that, I wasn't scared of asking questions. My first shoot was for a food brand and I was definitely happy. My friends know that I'm a foodie also. So having food and photography, this is really good. I thought we wouldn't take a long time, but we started morning and we ended up 8 or 9 p.m. I realized that there are a lot of things to consider during shoots, especially if it's food. Cook the food first, and after you cook the food, of course, it should look really good and appetizing in the photos. To make it look glistening or glowing, you spray some water or put some oil. And the ads you see, the photos you see, especially with food, those things are scripted, planned out. Everything is planned out. I took in different product shoots, different types of brands. So you have food, fashion, makeup, banking. So I've learned so much and found myself enjoying. Aside from my shoots, I also had the chance to post-edit, and this is basically applying what I've learned in school in Benilde. I also learned new things and they teach me different shortcuts, techniques, so that I can edit faster and better. You gain and improve a lot of your technical skills, and you also see and feel the atmosphere of the real working world. And after experiencing all that, I said, this is probably what work is going to be after graduation. This is how life will be. This is the industry or life of multimedia arts graduates. A lot of people think, including me, that MMA, they're really just made for marketing and advertising. That's where I saw myself after graduation. That's why I applied in different advertising agencies. But I've learned that it's not only the industry where we can go. Usually, companies let advertising agencies do their branding, collaterals, posters, videos. They let them edit stuff. Companies are now in the lookout to hire in-house designers. So I had a chance to be one of them. I had the experience of being an in-house designer in a corporate company in a human resource department. Sounds crazy, right? MMA graduate having an HR role. I had a lot of questions like, what am I gonna do here? How am I supposed to utilize the skills I have learned in school? Is it really for me? a lot of artists out there, or maybe just our generation, like the millennials and Gen Zs, you guys would agree that we don't like rules that suffocate us. That's why we look for flexible working hours, work from home setup, a flexible workspace where we can work in a coffee shop. This is very far from the image of what I know a corporate company can be. But this corporate company that offered me a job was quite similar to my dream company. I guess the only thing that I was hesitant about was my job, my role. I was going to be part of the communications and engagement team, so it was more of doing internal stuff. Designing emails, collaterals, posters for internal use. And at first I was thinking if this was a downgrade from my OJT. I was taking photos for big brands already and having them posted on social media. But I gave it a try because aside from utilizing my multimedia arts skills, I can also improve my communication skills. I can always apply in other companies if I don't like this. And you don't always get the right company at your first time. And so let me talk about the work. We had our orientation on the first day, but the legit work day, I thought I was gonna chill. Just like in school, you tend to just chill first, and your teachers don't give you a lot at first day. But that's not work, guys. That's not the real world. On my first day, we had a planning meeting that was set for like an hour, and they finished it in 15 minutes. They were like, what's our theme, what's our hashtag, how are the posters going to be, what's our gimmick, what's our games, how are we gonna market this, what are we gonna post? And they finished it all in 15 minutes. My supervisor casually told me, oh Ika, just tell us if you have any ideas and we're really open. Yeah, but that's a problem, sir. I don't have anything. I was gonna search for the themes that I could suggest, but they're done. And as we go out the door, walking back to my table, our table, I was thinking, am I gonna survive this? It's so fast-paced. This is my first event. Am I gonna flunk this? And so I started to create collaterals, posters, and learning the different terms of the HR role, and I find myself actually enjoying it. I also had a chance to take videos, do same-day edit videos, and that was where I'm comfortable with. Although a lot of my tasks revolves around graphic design, and I told you earlier, during that time after graduation or during my college days, I'm not so comfortable with graphic design. But because I keep on designing posters, creating illustrations, creating layouts, I tend to improve those skills. And because I research and read about different types of designs, graphic designs, you tend to increase your knowledge, you tend to grow, and now I'm really comfortable with graphic design. Little by little, I got the hang of work. Now we handle different events, one event after another and another and another. I'm not just handling like internal, I tend to help in external and big events. So seeing your work on screen, on print, on social media feels really good. But I do want to emphasize that it took me such a long time to adjust in the environment. We had a calendar of things to do, but a lot of those I did not submit on time. No. Really not. I thought I could handle it, finish it on this date, but I would always say, can we just move it for a little bit? I needed to design it more because it seems like it's a student level, so I had to improve the design more. So how long did I take? It took me about like 4 or 5 months to actually get the hang of things. But the thing is, the longer you stay at work, your team or team leaders will see what you're capable of. Everything will be raised. If you're now comfortable with the work you have, they will give you something that's more challenging. And when I think I get the hang of things, like they just give me new stuff, new projects, like something that I will be challenged to do. From designing posters, doing graphic designs, and being comfortable with photo and video shoots and editing, now I venture into animation, typography, email marketing, statistics, surveys, and all of that. So in work, it's different from the classroom where once you have this syllabus or your learning outline, something like that, you study those, you follow those. In work, you need to constantly improve and improve and improve. And especially when you're like internal or external marketing, you need to know the trends, you need to adjust whatever happens, whatever changes there will be. I wouldn't lie, I really got pressured, as in really pressured, to the point that I had to work overtime, even on weekends when I get home, because I want to submit something that's really quality work. When I see my work, I feel like it's college level and I'm just not satisfied. And so with all those things happening, I've learned so much and I want to share it with you guys. So these are my major lessons. First, don't be afraid to ask questions. It's more embarrassing and painful to make mistakes that you could have actually prevented than actually asking questions. Feel free to ask what you need to do, why you need to do it. Always know the purpose of why you are doing things. Second, challenge ideas. Always voice out what you have in mind because it might be a good idea and you can combine different ideas from different people. Other people have already given out their ideas and it seems like a boom, wow, eureka moment. Just share it. Just voice it out. Don't be shy. Third, be honest. If you can't finish it, if you think that you're overwhelmed, tell your supervisor, tell your team leaders, "Sir, ma'am, I am overwhelmed. I feel like I can't finish this on time," so that the team knows it. As a fresh graduate, I thought that saying yes was something that would make everyone happy, including me. But I was wrong. There will always be stress finishing on the date that you said yes, or the work that you said yes, when in fact you can't really handle it. Work-life balance may seem impossible, but it's actually not. It's also a choice. And the first step is learning how to say no. Saying no may seem really rude, but to be honest, saying no makes you more capable and knowledgeable. You actually know what you're doing and you actually know that it's not feasible. But don't stop with no. If you can't finish your task, or if you think it's not feasible for the amount of time you have or amount of time given to you, think of simpler ways and be more creative. Think outside of the box. Last and most importantly, build relationships. Work can really be stressful, but with the right people, you can enjoy and have fun even in times of pressure. I'm an introvert and it took me such a long time to adjust to the environment, to adjust to the people, to talk to them, be comfortable. But I realized that once you do, you tend to enjoy work even more. Don't force yourself to be close to people, to be open immediately. Just work on your own pacing. Build relationships and surround yourself with people who are growing, who want to grow, passionate, hardworking, positive, and happy people and kind people, because you tend to do the same. You tend to be attracted to doing the same thing. Compared to my OJT of working on different shoots for social media marketing, my role here in the HR was more for events marketing and planning. It was two different worlds and I wouldn't say I like one over the other. I did miss my photo shoots and video shoots, like the legit ones for brands when I was working in the corporate, but I've also learned so much in the corporate that I wouldn't be able to learn, that I think ad agencies wouldn't be able to teach me. And now that I'm done sharing about my experience in two different companies as an intern in the advertising world and as a real employee in a corporate company, I want to share my experience as a freelancer. I get roles as a video editor, web designer, content creator, writer, graphic designer, and a brand designer. So different stuff, really different types of work. I said a while ago I was not into web design, but when I worked for the corporate and I worked on graphic design and email marketing, I wanted to venture into something different. Doing the same thing over and over again for like almost every day, it tends to be draining at one point and boring. So I wanted to venture into something new, something that can challenge me once more. In working on project-based or freelance types of work, I was given the chance to work on different art disciplines, work on different things where I can grow more. And aside from honing your technical skills, your communication skills will also be challenged. You have to build good relationships with your clients, you have to constantly talk to them, say the right words, and you have to be confident with whatever you say. At first, it's really difficult to get clients. It's more of building your network first. You have to look for them and you have to earn their trust, because once you do, they will keep coming back, and not just that, they will refer you to their friends who need your services. That means you have to produce quality work and maintain good relationship with your clients. A difference of being an employee and a freelance designer, you tend to be flexible with whatever things because you decide mostly on how and what you're going to work on. You can work in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, as long as you submit them on time. You can work at home, in a coffee shop, wherever you want, wherever you're comfortable with. But wait, does that mean you don't get pressured at all? Quite the opposite. You work on different projects for different clients and you have to please all of them. Each client, each project means you have to work on your contract, you have to go to meetings, have deadlines. It means you have a big responsibility. Depending on how many projects you accept or get hold of, it can still be overwhelming, fast-paced, and pressuring. It all depends on how you manage your time, because at the end of the day, working on freelance means you are in control of how and what you're going to do. With all those stories, a lot of you might ask, how is life different in the four walls of the classroom from that of the four walls of the company? In college, we are juggling up different subjects, professors, and projects. Think about finals week. Like every single professor, every single subject will ask you a project same week at the same level of difficulty. Similar to work, you're juggling up different projects all at the same time. So if it's the same, why do people tend to say that the working world is really difficult compared to the student life? It's the expectation, pressure, and quality. In school, you're expected to produce quality work but on a student level. And in my experience studying in Benilde, you have a lot of free time. The 3-hour classes, it's not always used up. Most of them were created for consulting purposes, and once you have asked your professor on what to do, you just disperse. You go out and do your project, work on it. And if your professor is not satisfied, you either revise it for a bit or just give you a lower grade. I would say that your professors are there to help you with your work life, but you're still the one in control. It's your choice which type of skills, learnings you will bring at work. Some learnings can be applied in the real environment, but you will keep on learning new things. Things will just come. And you have to be a sponge so that you can absorb every single thing. But after you graduate, life will be different. It's because the output expected of you is suddenly of professional level and not of the student level anymore. Sometimes you have to do it in a short amount of time. If you do a poster for 3 hours as a student, you have to cut it in half by the time you're working. 8 hours of work doesn't equate to 8 hours of work. Those 8 hours of work are divided into different things like meetings, brainstorming, plannings, giving of updates, and doing the actual work. And that's why fresh grads tend to get overwhelmed and pressured. But it's all about adjusting. It's something pretty normal, and you don't have to pressure yourself to adjust very quick. And aside from the pressures you have, doing your work and performing well is not just for giving you a grade. It's now for you to survive and thrive in the real world. More responsibilities will come as you enter the adulting life and earn your own money. Just like schoolwork can be draining. Just give yourself the correct amount of time you need to rest. Rest is important, work-life balance is important. And that's work after graduation. There's actually more to say about savings, about real work, about adulting life, but I'll go talk about them next time. May you be working for a long time, fresh graduate, and intern, a student. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you had fun just listening to the stories I have, don't forget to click the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. This has been Ika. Let's talk more and see you in my next vlog, guys. See ya.